Yo, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Right now I'm inside of my community center, so I'm in like a private kind of area. But today I'm going to be talking about, you guys saw the title, that I almost committed myself to a haram business model. Without yapping, let's get straight into it. I know I've been uploading in around 2 months, so this is an update as to what I've been doing and where I've kind of been. So let's just start off. I saw this guy who's across the other side of my country, right? So I'm on one side. I'm in Canada, so Canada is the second biggest country. I'm on one side, the guy's on the other side, right? And I saw him posting, my friend sent me to him, and I was very interested, right? Because I was trying to do that business model, but he was just doing it in a different way. Like, he was doing it in a way which is like, it's a lot easier to actually start seeing results, pretty much. However, I did not know that at that time that the method of him doing that business model is actually not halal. So I ended up getting into DMs with this guy, talking with him. He was starting up a mentorship. I paid him $1.125K for this mentorship, for him to get on weekly calls with me and everything, right? And so I paid him. I got on the first call with him, and that's when I started to realize, oh shoot, this might actually be haram, right? And maybe even from the beginning, I don't quite remember, but I probably had some feelings then as well. The thing is that I didn't do my due diligence and my proper research into Islamically if this is permissible or not, and I've actually made this type of mistake before as well. And actually a lot of times where I'll like get into something and then I'll realize that it's haram, then I'll have to leave it, right? I had a YouTube channel actually from like in like 2022 2023 where I'll be talking about self-improvement and stuff. That's when like Hamza, Andrew Tate, all these guys were blowing up and everything, right? And I don't know, I started to think about it. I was like, yo, I'm running ads on this account, the ads have music, the ads have women, I have to leave that. I either do that or I either just find a way to monetize that specific audience and lead them to like a course or something to like sell something else. But like me running ads and making money from that is, it's a really, really gray area. Like, I know some people, like, they say it's halal, whatever, but personally, me, what I think, and I'm not a scholar at the end of the day, but me personally, what I think like is that it's probably not halal, because you're getting money from the music, from women, and there's so many different elements. Like, most of the ads that people are running nowadays are not Islamically compliant. Anyways, like that business, I paid some other people to do other stuff, and they'll be, of course, that the specific thing that they would offer is not like completely haram, right? Like, majority of it's halal, but like they're not Muslim, for example, and they're teaching you different things that go against Islam. So it's just, I've dealt with this before, and I fell into the same exact trap again. So I got on the call with this guy, and he was teaching me, and he was like, yo, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And in my head, I'm just thinking to myself, like, bro, like, actually, I wasn't thinking is this haram or not. Like, I was actually more like, I was just nervous, because like the things that you have to do was just like kind of a bit sketchy or weird. And yeah, I was just like a bit more nervous, right? And then I started to do that. I started to like commit myself to that business model, right? And I even started paying people. I started getting software. So in total, I think I've spent like 1.5K on this, right? And I spent almost 3 months of my life focusing on this business model. And a lot of it actually, because like a lot of it is like, you have to, I'm not gonna get into what it is exactly, but like a lot of it you have to kind of like, I don't know, like you have to ask people for like friends or whatever for favors, more or less, right? Like, it kind of like ruins your reputation a little bit. So I did that. I ruined my reputation somewhat, and on top of that, I spent 1.5K all to quit this business model, because I wasn't comfortable with the Islamic permissibility of it. And it's not even about the Islamic permissibility, bro. It's just what's gonna save you on Yawm al-Qiyamah, and what is gonna get you the halal income, and what actually has barakah in it, right? So that being said, I paid this guy, right? I started to commit myself to that business model, and then a few days down the line, I'm like, wait, hold up, bro, something's not right about this. Because the thing is that the thing that he told me, it's not like, oh, he's told me just use like girls in whatever advertising or whatever that you're doing. Like of course, if that happened, I'll be like, okay, that's haram. Like I'll use my common sense. But the thing that he taught me, it was like a very gray area, right? It is haram, and no doubtably, like most people will say it's haram, but it's not really that crazy. Like it's not, for example, let's say you say on an ad that you're running that, oh, we're giving 20% off, but you're not actually giving 20% off. Now, of course, like that's not that crazy because everyone is doing it. Everybody is saying 20% off. It doesn't matter if they're actually giving it or not. But you are lying at the end of the day, right? You aren't actually giving 20% off. So it was kind of like that. Like, I'm not going to say exactly what it was, but like it kind of falls into the same kind of category as that. Now, most people, and a lot of the people that I actually talk with, they were like, and even me as well, this is what I was thinking. I was like, bro, I'm overthinking it. Like, it's not even that big of an issue or whatever. And I even like asked ChatGPT, of course, which is not a good source of Islamic knowledge. And ChatGPT was like, yo, by the way, I'm looking like on left and right or whatever, because I'm literally like recording this in public. So this is my first time doing this kind of stuff. But I would ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT would be like, the thing that you're doing is haram, but the income is not haram. Because the thing is that the overall service that I'll be delivering would not be haram. So ChatGPT was like, no, your income's not haram. And then I somehow found someone who went to the University of Medina and is like a sheikh, and he's from South Africa or whatever. I asked him, I got his number, right? And I asked him the same question, and he gave me the exact same answer as well. He said that specific thing that you're doing is haram, but the income is not haram. So in my head, I'm thinking, you know what? Like, if the income is not haram, like, you know, it's not even that bad, right? Because, like, you know, the thing is, if your income is haram, that's really, really bad. Like, it's like, of course, don't quote me on this, but I've heard people say, like, if your income is haram, everything that you eat, everything you buy, like everything you do with that money is going to be haram, right? So it's really, really bad if your income is haram. So I was like, okay, you know what? If the income is not haram, then I'm fine, right? But at the same time, so that was in beginning of December, and I recently actually stopped doing that. I stopped committing myself to this business model despite the money that I put into it and everything. Actually, very recently, like maybe even like last week, right? So like around February, late February, pretty much. And like, yeah, think about it, bro. So from early December all the way to late February, I was doing that business model and everything, and I was trying to, of course, like see success with it or whatever. But the thing is that I didn't have peace inside of my heart, because I was like, yo, the thing that I'm doing right now could potentially be haram, right? Like the thing that I'd be doing right now, it has no barakah. It has literally, like, it has nothing, right? Like it literally relies on haram. It doesn't matter if the income is halal, like it literally relies on haram. There's no barakah in it. There's nothing, like. And part of the reason why I started to commit myself to this business model was because, number one, I already put a lot of financial input into it. At least for me, bro, I'm at this age, in the current state that I'm in, like 1.5K is a lot of money to me right now, right? So like, yeah, I put financial stuff into it. I invested in a mentor who would be asking me like accountability questions, like, yo, how's it going, that type of stuff. So I had someone kind of pushing me to keep doing it. And then number 3 as well, which is that I actually forgot the last point, but those are the main reasons, right? So I essentially, for those almost 3 months, I was very unsure, yo, is this haram or whatever. And eventually, like, I started to really deep it, and I was like, you know what, bro, like, it's not really worth it, right? And the reason, I actually remember why I actually got into it. The biggest reason, aside from the financial aspect and everything, was because I was getting desperate. I was getting desperate for a way out, and I still am, like, really desperate, right? But I was getting desperate to find a way out, because I'd be like, yo, by next year, by September 2026, if I'm not successful by then, or decently successful by then, I'm gonna have to go to university again. Nobody's respecting me. I don't have a car, nothing like that. I still take a bus. So much, bro. I was like, I have to find a way out. I was just getting so flipping desperate. and on top of that, financial financial investment, all these things, they all compounded up. So I just didn't really think, I didn't like leave right away, because that type of stuff was not really, it was too ingrained inside of my head. And then I started to gradually just start to think about it after a couple of times, like journaling about it and everything. I was like, you know what, bro, it's not really worth it, right? And the final straw that actually led me to leave this thing was, of course, I not really seen that much success with it, to be honest, because I didn't really put that much input into it anyways, right? And honestly, alhamdulillah, I wasn't taking action on it. Like, of course, in most cases you want to be taking action on something, but if I genuinely took action on this and became successful, like, who knows how bad that could have been for my akhirah, for even like the dunya as well, because the thing that I'm doing has no barakah in it, right? So where was I, bro? I keep yapping so much. So yeah, the main thing that led to me actually to be like, you know what, bro, I'm done with this, is I was watching, and it was very recently actually, it was a podcast between Sheikh Uthman and Abu Lahya. Most of you guys probably know who those guys are, and they're just talking about business and everything, and I was listening to the stories of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, and I was just thinking to myself, like, bro, these guys left everything for the sake of Allah. Like Abdurrahman bin Auf radiallahu anhu and Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu, these guys literally were established in Mecca, right? When the Quraysh were there, when they were during those 13 years, they were established in Mecca. But when the time came to make hijrah, they made hijrah, they went to Medina. They had literally nothing. Abdurrahman bin Auf literally had nothing, and he was offered the comfort of living with one of the Ansar, who literally said, I'll divorce my wife, I'll give you half of my wealth and everything, or I don't know if it's half of his land or half of his wealth, I forgot. But instead what he did, with literally nothing, because he left everything for the sake of Allah, and Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu, he left something for the sake of Allah, right? These guys only got better, and Abdurrahman bin Auf only got richer. And I was thinking to myself, this is the reward of leaving something for the sake of Allah. It doesn't matter if most people don't even care whether or not if it's gonna be haram or halal, because it's not really that big of an issue to them, like how it was to me, right? Or even if the income is halal. This is the reward of leaving something for the sake of Allah. If my heart is not at rest, then I don't know, bro. It was really bad. My iman was going very low while doing this. My iman was going low, and I felt that the barakah from my life was leaving as well. Like, I felt like there was no barakah, honestly, and my iman was leaving. I felt like a waste man, doing this. Even though, bro, like, as I said, like, I've said this so many times, like, it's not even that crazy of a thing, but I don't know. It's simply because it's haram. I had to leave it, man. I had to leave it. And I was remembering the hadith that the Prophet alayhi salam said, where he said that whoever leaves something for the sake of Allah, Allah will replace it with something better. So I put all those things together, and then I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna leave. I consulted some of my friends, and they told me, listen, bro, you should get rid of it. You should, if this is what you feel, then you should stop doing it. So I stopped doing it, and now I'm here, right? Now it's March 2nd while I'm recording this, and I'm in a worse situation than I was before. Actually, back in November, I was in a much better situation, at least financially, right? But now I'm in a much worse situation. Time is running out. Summer is coming. A lot of the people around me, they're like starting to, a lot of the friends that I have and stuff, like they do like kind of like home service, right? So the summer is coming. They're starting to like ramp up a little bit of the work that they're doing, and I'm just falling behind. The people who I'm running ads for, they're not even doing good, right? Like most of you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but I run ads for people inside of whatever industry that I serve, and they're not even doing good. They're literally wasting money. My clients are saying, I want to leave. One of my clients, he had his car vandalized. He's not getting good results. I got another new client, like literally 3-4 days ago. It's not really a good first couple of days for him right now. So it's not good, right? And I don't know, subhanAllah, like I don't even know what to do, because it literally feels like I'm doing my life at autopilot. I don't really have much of an idea of what I should do, right? Like, I'm getting into a new business model. I'm about to set up Google ads for something, right? For one of these businesses that I'm gonna continue. And inshallah it goes well, of course. But like as of right now, it's not been very good in terms of the business side of things, right? Like it's not actually been good. Like, I've been broke, I've been losing money, and subhanallah, of course, one of the pillars of iman is to have qadr. So this is the best plan that could be actually laid out for me right now, and perhaps this could be used as a tarbiyah. This could be used. My bad, my phone just ran out of storage, so I had to delete one of the apps that I had. But as I was saying, this could be used as like an education for me to actually get closer and to become a better person. And honestly, it has. Like, alhamdulillah, all these struggles in business, and the highs and lows, even though like I'm literally been broke and I'm not even making money or anything, right? That much money. Like, literally these past 2-3 months I haven't made like over $1,000 online, probably. Actually, I don't know, but like it's just been bad, but alhamdulillah for some of these struggles, because and also, like, even going into this business model and everything, because it really teaches you that all of your risk is from Allah Azza wa Jal, like all of the good things you get and everything. Like, I've always noticed that the more I sin, the less I actually get in return in terms of risk. And I remember the more I worship Allah, like the more I get in return. And right now that hasn't been the case, honestly. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I've been doing a bit better these past couple of days. It's Ramadan and everything, right? But I haven't really seen that much risk actually like come my way so far. And it might be because I have to be steadfast more, but the general principle that I've seen, and which this has taught me, and this is further teaching me even more, is that all of it is from Allah, and whoever fears Allah, Allah will make a way out for him, right? Allah says, وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. From places he didn't even think, right? Whoever fears Allah will make a way out for him and provide for him from places where he didn't even think. مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. From, like, it's subhanAllah, and I've seen this in real life as well. So yes, I'm struggling right now, and it's not good, and a lot of my days have just really been empty. Like, I just wake up and I don't even get much done, and the time is passing by. It feels like there's no barakah in my time or anything. And yeah, so I'm really being stagnant. Like, it's not good, and inshallah something changes, because time is flying by, and I have to actually achieve the things that I have to achieve. But at the same time, like, I don't know, man, it's just so weird. Like, some people, for example, if they're starting out a business, right, they got to do like 100 cold calls. They know that they have to do 100 cold calls, right? But for me, like, the businesses that I'm doing, there's not really much work to be done. A lot of it is depending on the actual results that you get and the actual skill sets that you have, right? And on top of that, it's not even just that. It's literally that like, me myself, like, I'm not even fully sure. Of course I am doing these businesses and whatever, but I'm not even fully sure what I want to commit to. And as a result, you don't fully commit to one thing, because you can do other things. Why would you commit to one thing and put a certain amount of effort when you can do multiple things and put the same amount of effort? And why would you commit, for example, if I'm running ads, right? If I just commit on that one business of running ads, I'm not even good at getting good results for my clients. You know what I mean? So how can I be confident in my ability to deliver for other people when I'm literally wasting my own clients' money? So I'm not even confident in that. I'm literally lost in that aspect. And in the other business, I was thinking about doing a remote house cleaning business, and I've been trying to actually get into it for a while, since like October. And I'm thinking about doing Google ads and whatever. So the thing is that once I put up Google ads, like, yes, setting up the Google ads or whatever, which I'm going through the process right now, yes, that does take maybe like an hour or whatever. I have to go home and do it right now after this video. But after you do that, you set the budget, $10-$20 a day, boom. There's not much else to do, right? You can look into some other things, but like, there's not really much else to do for you. So it's just really weird, because a lot of my days are just like passing by since, I would say probably like around September or around like October. Like my days have literally just been like a blur. You know, like I've just been in these businesses where there's not really much action to be taken. A lot of it is focused on the actual skill sets that you have. And a lot of my days are just spent like not really doing much because I don't really got to do much. If you guys know what I mean. Like, yes, there are some things I can do. Like, I can definitely, for example, in the house cleaning business, I could reach out to commercial contracts and, you know, like commercial property owners, whatever. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that you can do, but I've just started to think about that recently. But even still, like, it's a, you can, okay, you'll do outreach for like a day, or you'll do outreach for like an hour, 2 hours, but the rest of your day is just free. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just yapping at this point. This is a long video. I even paid some guy like $700 like literally a few weeks ago to teach me how to run ads, and yeah, it has become better. But I'm just creating this video just to like document my journey. Like, I'm at a kind of like a low point right now. I have a lot of like problems with my family and everything. I don't want to get into that, of course, but like I'm not in a good position right now. But inshallah, you know, Allah will make a way out for me, and I'm constantly making dua that Allah makes a way out for me. You know, I just have to have more tawakkul, more certainty, more yaqeen in my duas. Inshallah, they'll come true. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. I gotta get going. I'm gonna go home. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.